Hey, hello, you're stuck in trial with Wolf Quark, human surfing and IT security. Today looking at vulnerability management, automating it with governance, risk, and compliance, with all the tools, all the stuff. Yay! It's been a long day. But, these things take a long time. Everything takes a long time. That's the nature of security. That's why it's fun. That's why it's exhausting. That's why it's rewarding. But the tip for you is automation. Automation is key. And when you go to automate vulnerability management, you're probably looking at 3 systems. That's what I'm going to talk to you about today. What are those 3 systems? Well, 1, what vulnerabilities do you have, right? That's scanning for the vulnerabilities. Now, not just scanning for the vulnerabilities, missing patches, but also scanning for the vulnerabilities, misconfigurations. Number 1 error that people get breached by, missing patch. Number 2, stupid configuration, right? Something's not right. And as related to that, the vulnerability management side, oftentimes vulnerability scanners will also have something called policy compliance. Look at Qualys, look at Nexpose, look at Nessus. Policy compliance. What is policy compliance? Well, that is to say that you got a baseline of all the configurations that your firm has said, these are the ones we need. Thumb in the wind. This is our baseline. It's aligned with something, CIS maybe. This is what we want to know. And if anything differs from this baseline, if it's right today and someone changes it tomorrow, by God, let me know. Policy compliance. So you scan for vulns, you scan for misconfigurations, and you scan for deviations for your policy. You put your controls in there, all right? That's number 1. This system 1 takes a long time to get just that right. System 2 is your GRC tool. Okay, now we know these assets are bad. What does that really mean to our business? Hopefully you're using a GRC tool that will allow you to pull in that data via SCAP or OVO, some file format, pull that data in, and crunch it. Now, not just crunch it, but what we like to see is the assets lined up to the system or the capability within the business, lined up to the business function, so that you can say, hey, our ability to do finance, right, collect bills, kind of important. Pay bills, also kind of important. Payables, receivables, at risk. Why? Because these systems have these vulnerabilities. If you can do that, that's awesome. You're in a really good spot. But now that you know that you have these problems, you need to patch. So the 3rd system is a patch management system that is either integrated with these other 2 or otherwise can go ahead and push out the remediation. Again, going back to Vuln Scan, not just patches, but also fixing configurations and applying whatever controls that you have identified through policy compliance. 3 systems. And overall, we put in a process called vulnerability management that tracks these and identifies them and risk ranks them, yada, yada, yada. And overall, we dovetail into something like ITIL so that you got a change management process, which means you probably have a ticketing system, which means we probably have another system we need to add in. 4 now, for those of you counting at home. 3 minimum, probably 4, because you got ticketing tracks for change management. There's a lot that goes into this. Then you need some metrics and a scorecard and everything else. But the point is, when someone says, hey, we should do vulnerability management, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long day, a few long days, probably a few long weeks, maybe even a few long months. What about you? Have you implemented vulnerability management? Have you had some successes that you can share with us? Comments, social media. Hit me up. Cheers.